السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 6 and 7. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. Indeed, those who disbelieve, it's equal whether you warn them or do not warn them. They will not believe. Allah has set a seal upon their hearts and upon their hearing, and over their vision is a veil, and for them is a great punishment. We have spent our last few lessons with a beautiful portrait, the muttaqeen, the conscious ones, their 5 qualities, their guidance, their success. But today the Quran turns the page and shows us the opposite portrait. Not to frighten, not to condemn anyone listening, but because honest guidance requires showing both the fact and what happened when a heart completely closes to it. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. Indeed, those who disbelieve, it makes no difference whether you warn them or do not warn them. They will not believe. ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. And Allah has sealed their hearts and their hearing, and over their eyes is a veil, and for them is a great punishment. My brothers and sisters, understanding these ayat carefully. Now, these are ayahs that requires careful understanding, because read too quickly, they can seem harsh, even unfair. If Allah sealed their hearts, how are they responsible? This is genuinely important question, and the Quran answers it, not here but across many ayahs with a consistent principle. Allah does not seal a heart without reason. The seal described here is not a punishment given to innocent people. It is the final result of a long process, a process the person themselves chose. Think of it this way: a person hears truth and ignores it. They hear it again and dismisses it again, and hardens it again and mocks it. Each time the heart becomes a little less receptive, a little more closed, a little more distant from guidance, until eventually the closing becomes complete. The seal is not Allah's cruelty. It is the final consequence of the person's own repeated choices. In the Islamic understanding, Allah does not wrong anyone, but He also does not override human free will forever. When a person consistently, deliberately, and completely chooses to close, Allah allows that closing to become final. The wisdom point: 3 doors that close. Notice that the ayah describes 3 things are sealed or covered: the heart, the center of understanding and acceptance; the hearing, the ability to truly receive what is said; the vision, the ability to see truth when it is in front of you. These are not 3 separated punishments. They are 3 descriptions of one condition: a person who has become completely unreachable by truth. They can hear the words, but the words do not enter. They can see the signs, but the signs do not register. They can feel the argument, but the argument produces no movement. And the wisdom here is deeply practical for every one of us, because this condition does not arrive suddenly. It develops gradually through small choice made repeatedly. Every time we hear something true and choose to dismiss it for conventions, every time our conscience speaks and we silence it for comfort, every time we see a sign of Allah and quickly look away, each of those moments is a small step toward a closed heart. The warning of these ayahs is not about other people. It's a mirror for every one of us. How open is my heart right now to truth, to guidance, to honest reflections? This is not about anyone's final destiny. I want to say something important here clearly and carefully. These ayahs describe a specific condition of people who have reached a final, complete, deliberate closing of the heart. They are not a judgment tool for us to use against other people. The Prophet himself, the one being addressed in this ayah, never stopped inviting people to Islam, never pointed at someone and said, "You are among those whose hearts are sealed," because that knowledge belongs to Allah alone. Our responsibility as believers is never to decide who is beyond guidance. Our responsibility is simply to keep our own heart open, to keep inviting with wisdom and kindness, and to leave the rest entirely with Allah. This concept of a heart that gradually hardens through repeated rejection of truth appears across tradition. In the Bible, Pharaoh's heart is described as a hardening, not once but repeatedly. Each time he rejected what was clearly shown to him. The hardening deepened. It was not sudden. It was a process, choice by choice, rejection by rejection. The same wisdom runs through these ayahs. Hearts do not close overnight. They close through a pattern of choice made freely over time, and hearts do not stay open automatically either. They stay open through conscious effort, through prayers, through honest reflection, through choosing truth even when it is uncomfortable. My brothers and sisters, one simple practice this week: when you feel a resistance to something true, something your conscience recognizes but your comfort resists, pause just for 1 minute and ask yourself, am I rejecting this because it's generally wrong, or because accepting it would require something from me? That one honest question, asked regularly, is one of the most powerful ways to keep your heart open. A heart that keeps asking that question honestly will never fully close, and a heart stop asking has already begun to. Brothers and sisters, these two ayahs are not easy, but they are honest. The Quran does not hide the reality that some hearts reach a point of complete closure. That some people, through their own repeated choices, arrive at a place where guidance no longer reaches them. But the lesson for one of us is not fear. It is awareness. Keep your heart soft, keep it open, keep returning to Allah in prayer, in reflection, in honest self-examination, because the opposite of sealed heart is a living one, a heart that hears and responds, a heart that sees and reflects, a heart that feels truth and chooses it. May Allah keep our heart alive, open and firmly upon His guidance. May He protect us from the gradual hardening that comes from ignoring what we know is true. And may He make us always among those whose hearts remain soft enough to receive His light. Ameen.